Hi guys, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Happy New Year. It is officially 2021. I mean, I don't know what's to come, none of us do, but I mean 2020, moving on, right? Today we are talking about things we are inviting into our life and letting go of. Not just for the new year, but just period. Like there's certain things that just can no longer stick around and things that we need to invite into our lives so we can have more abundant and fulfilling lives. So without further ado, we are going to jump into it. First, we're going to talk about things that you need to let go of right away, like today, like not yesterday, right here, right now in this moment. Okay. Number one, you need to let go of trying to be in control of everything. Okay. You're not going to be in control of everything. And by trying to be in control of everything, everything is having control over you. Okay. From one control freak to another. Let me let y'all know. It's not healthy. It's not fun. It's not exciting to try to be in control of things that you do not have control over. I'm talking about circumstances. I'm talking about people, things, experiences. If you do not have control over it, you have to let go of trying to be in control of it. And sometimes it can be kind of hard to discern between what we do and don't have control over. But that's when you really ask yourself, like, where is my power serving the most purpose, right? When I show up fully as myself, how are things influenced by me doing that, right? How is my external world reacting to me bringing myself and my desire to the space? And if things change as a result, it's because you have control. And if they don't, it's because you don't, okay? So we're not stressing ourselves out about it anymore. We're not doing that. We're not going crazy. We are letting it go, okay? Today, now, right here, right now, okay? Number two, we're letting go of perfectionism. I need to pause on that because, okay, let me pause. That's cliche, right? We hear that all the time. Let go of perfectionism. You can't achieve perfectionism. But in this world of technology, Instagram, social media, everybody is trying to be perfect. We're living in a state of judgment where everything is about how we can critique others, how we can compare ourselves to others, how we can be perfect so we can get other people's approval. Whose approval is it exactly that we're looking for? And when we do get that approval, does it fulfill us? Does it make us feel whole? Does it make us feel complete? So why are we in search of that? Why are we trying to be perfect? For who? For what? You will never be satisfied as long as you are striving for perfection, because perfection cannot be achieved. So just do what you can where you are with what you have. Also goes back to being in control. Do what you can where you are with what you have, okay? Next, ooh, this one. Procrastination. We are leaving procrastination behind. We're letting go of procrastination like, ooh, it's gone because it's holding us back. Why are we stressing over things that we have to do and letting it mull over our heads and being overwhelmed by the weight of our responsibilities when once you do it, you realize, oh, that really wasn't that bad anyway. And it was stressing me out more that I had to do it than actually doing it. So can we get in the habit of just doing things faster, doing things easier, not waiting till the last minute when we have to do things, when there's pressure on us to get things done? I know that's a lot easier said than done because sometimes it's just easy to procrastinate, and it even feels good when we know, like, okay, I'm gonna be motivated when I have to do this thing, so let me just wait until I have to do it. But then we end up inviting stress and anxiety into our lives, and it doesn't belong. It just doesn't belong, okay? Next, what we're letting go of, ooh, is not keeping our word. Listen, your word is the soundtrack to your life. I had to get serious for a second because this one is really important. Though your word is the soundtrack to your life, and you keeping your word is dancing to the beat of your soundtrack, of your song. Have you ever seen somebody on a dance floor who is just like, and they can't dance, and you're like, oh my God, what are they listening to? Are they listening to the same thing everybody else is listening to? What's going on with their bones? What's going on with their muscles? Why they not dancing on beat? It's stressing me out. That's how your life feels when you don't keep your word. Your life is like, what is going on? You said you were going to do this thing and you're not doing it. What's up? What's up with the what's up? And maybe we should just commit to doing less. Maybe it's not about us doing more. Maybe it's about actually committing to doing less. And it shows up in big and small ways. It shows up in your relationships with others. It shows up in your work. It shows up in your relationship to yourself. Keep your word. Your word is one of the most powerful things that you have. Keeping your word is beyond doing it because it makes sense or doing it because other people are dependent upon it, but your own internal guidance system that is constantly motivating you to do things, to strive, to be better, to go out and achieve in the world, that gets weakened when you don't keep your word to yourself. You know, it gets silenced and muted, and you start to feel disconnected from what you really want, because you're like, well, I said I wanted that thing before and I was so pumped up and excited about doing it, and I said that I was going to do it, but then I didn't do it. Why? You know? And then you begin to trust yourself less. And that goes into a whole nother myriad of issues and problems that just lead to self-doubt and insecurity and lack of confidence and courage. And we don't want that. We don't need that in our lives. So we are letting go of not keeping our word in this coming year, in this coming month, in this coming day. Okay, period. The next thing we are letting go of right here today, in this very moment, is work-life balance. Why is it that we're striving so hard to achieve this whole work-life balance thing? I think that if anything, the pandemic taught us that we can do things in a way that we never imagined before that we could do. And work-life balance is simply just about deciding what in any given moment is the most important thing to give your attention to. This idea that you're going to be able to give 50% of yourself to your work and 50% of yourself to your home life and your family, it doesn't really work like that. Sometimes it's just about deciding in any moment what is most important to me right now, what needs my attention right now, what can wait until later, what can wait until tomorrow, what can't wait, what has to happen, okay? And by letting go of work-life balance, we let go of this tug of war that we're in with our priorities and with our responsibilities, where we feel like we have to be mentally in more places than where we exactly are, which is right here, right now, in this moment. Right here, right now. That's where we need to just be. Right here, right now. So whatever is showing up for you, whatever is coming to the surface as the thing that you need to give your attention and your energy to, that's what you give your energy and your attention to. And you ditch this idea of perfectionism. We fluid, we humans, okay? We human beings, okay? It don't work like that. Next thing, last thing that we are letting go of in this coming year is playing it safe. Okay, listen. If there's one thing that we should know by now, it's that don't nobody know what's really going on around here. Do you know what's going on around? I don't know what's going on around here. If you know, let me know. Put in the comments what's actually going on around here, because last time I checked, I was confused. One day it's one thing, the next thing is another thing. So why am I playing it safe? Why am I, not striving to be the best version of myself that I can be? Why am I living in fear of anything? Of anything. Marianne Williamson has this quote that I love so much, and she says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is the light, not the darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that others do not feel insecure around you. And the part that I love, the sentence that sticks out the most to me is when she says, your playing small does not serve the world. Wow. Your playing small does not serve the world, dear. Your playing small does not serve the world. Nobody's life is better because you sitting around scared to be your best self, scared to share your talents, your creativity, your wisdom, your skills with the world. The world is like, I'm here for the taking. Put your bet in. Cast your rod. There's fish out here to be caught, okay? So get to catching. Step outside. Do your thing, okay? Okay. So now we are going to move into things that we are inviting into our lives. Come here, come here, come here. Today, right here, right now, right here, right now. Okay, number one, we're inviting in boundaries. Yes, boundaries. Yes, boundaries. Okay, this is my box. box, okay? This is my space. We need boundaries, people, because what happens when we don't have boundaries is that we're not able to really understand how we are experiencing our surroundings in any given moment, because we're not allowing ourselves to be focused on what we want and what we need. Instead, we're compromising what we want and what we need for somebody else or some other thing, right? So boundaries was a lesson that's hard to learn. Sometimes we have to learn it the hard way. But when it comes to our relationships, when it comes to what we give our attention to, whether it's TV or social media or how much time we spend on our phone or how, you know, the pace in which we take our relationships, we have to learn boundaries. Boundaries are important, and they're good for you and they're good for other people. They're good for other people to respect you and with people respecting you more, they'll respect themselves more. And that's why boundaries are so important. Nobody loses from you creating boundaries, and you in particular, you win because you get to be more in control of things that you do have control over. Hey, see how I did that? Full circle moment. Okay, next thing we are inviting in, this one is my favorite. I love this. We are slowing down. We're just slowing down. Okay, I'm joking, but no, we're slowing down. We no longer need to be putting 15 things on our to-do list every day. We no longer have to be on a treadmill of life where everything is about go, 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 go. I realized that for many years, I was one of those people that felt like I was busy all the time. I just felt like I was busy until I had to stop and ask myself, like, what is it exactly that you were busy doing? Because you spend a lot of time busy, you spend a lot of time doing, but at the end of the day, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, how fulfilled do you feel with what you have given your energy and your attention to? And when the answer was that I really wasn't that fulfilled, I realized, okay, what if I slow down? I'll probably get just as much achieved, just as much accomplished, and be a lot less stressed out. So that's the move. Like, maybe I should put 3 or 4 things on my to-do list every day instead of 10 or 12. Maybe I should commit myself to 1 activity every weekend instead of 3 or 4. Maybe I can even just like take my time getting ready in the morning because I'm on a Zoom meeting anyway. Okay. All right. Number 3, things we are inviting into our lives, intentional relationships. Listen, if you can't identify the purpose that somebody gives to your life, there's no need for you to have them in your life. And it's not about being a user. It's not about being an opportunist. It's about being able to have a give and take flow of energy with anybody that is in your space, right? So maybe what somebody provides to you is comfort, laughter, adventure, whatever it is. We don't need to feel obligated to create room in our lives for people who don't serve a purpose in our lives. Right? And it doesn't mean that we can't be kind. It doesn't mean that we can't be open. It doesn't mean that we can't be sincere. But what it does mean is that as we move forward and we understand, wow, life is really short and time is limited and so is energy, right? We don't need to be giving our energy to people that don't give their energy back to us. Like, there has to be a give and take. There has to be a flow. Like, I empty my cup, you fill the cup. I empty my cup, you fill. It's a well, okay? And sometimes the well be runneth drying, okay? Because our relationships are not intentional. And that poses a problem for everybody involved, right? We're giving away time and energy that we don't really have to give. And it's like messing up our whole ecosystem. It's messing up the whole homeostasis that we have to maintain in order to be happy and whole people. Yes. So we're inviting in intentional relationships. Yes. We're inviting in purposed and powerful relationships into our lives. Next, I love this one. We're inviting in healthy communication. Ooh, don't you just love healthy communication? I think that it is okay for us to assume that we can be vulnerable with people and that we can be honest and we can lead from a place of love instead of a place of fear. I went through a phase where I was so hurt by the experiences that I was having that I was telling myself over and over, you're going to be misunderstood, Saran. People are not going to understand you. People are going to misinterpret what you're saying. People are going to think that you're coming from a place of anger or confusion or sadness or envy, when really you're not. You're coming from a place of love. And I realized that I was just assuming that people would misunderstand me because I had been misunderstood. And it was hindering my ability to have healthy communications, which as a result wasn't nurturing my relationships. It was hurting my relationships. Right? So inviting in healthy communication is really about first communicating with yourself and being able to say to yourself, this is how I feel. This is what's true to me. This is what feels real for me in this moment. And I can be honest about that. And the more honest you are with yourself and the more comfortable you are with being yourself, the more honest you can be with others, the more comfortable you can be with others. So healthy communication, we're inviting into our lives right here, right now, today. Okay, next thing, we're inviting in more self-care. Ooh, don't you love it? Yes, you love it. You love it. Anything that you love to do, you need to do more of it, period. I don't feel like I need to go on. We just need to do. We need to make more time. We need to prioritize taking care of ourselves because it feels good. And who else is going to take care of us if we don't take care of us? Cricket, cricket, cricket. Maybe I'll add like a little cricket sound. Cricket, cricket, or not. We'll see. It's about you, okay? It's about you. It's not about anybody else. And it's okay to be selfish. It's okay. Especially when you're filling yourself up and you're taking care of yourself and you're making sure that you have all of the mental, emotional, spiritual, financial nutrients that you need to stay well, to stay alive, to stay feeling good so you can live out your mission on this planet, okay? Self-care. Lastly, we are inviting in the do. Hey, the do, okay? We're eliminating the how. We're not going to spend as much time focusing on, oh, how am I going to do this thing? Oh, how am I going to do that thing? Oh, it doesn't make sense. I have to have all my ducks in a row before I move forward. I have to understand it fully. You're never going to understand anything fully before you have to step into it and do it. And once you step into it and do it, you automatically begin to understand what actually is required of you to show up in that way. So instead of living from a place of fear and instead of living on this side of the fence where we're just looking through like, what's over there? What they doing over there? Yeah, what they doing over there is doing while you over here trying to figure out the how part. We letting go of that. We're replacing the how with the do, okay? Right here, right now, today. So I hope you all got something from this list of things that we are leaving and bringing it to our lives right here, right now, 2021 or beyond in any moment, okay? I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and check out more videos at SaranSays.com. Peace and love.